Very good morning, children. How are you? I hope all are fine. Today, you are going to see that is civics chapter, that is 25th chapter in 7th standard civics, that is how our states are governed. What is the title of the chapter? How our states are governed. In this chapter, you are going to see how our states. See, India is a composition of how many states? 28 states and 9 union territories. How many states? 28 states and 9 union territories. And previously you learnt the government at local level, local self-government, that is what are village panchayatis, what are municipal corporations, what are municipal councils, what is mandal parishad, what is jilla parishad. Like that we have seen government at a local level. Now you are going to see government at state level, what is called state government. See, India is governed at three levels: central level, state level and local level. The government which is governed at local level is local self-government, that you learned few details in 6th standard. And state government now you are going to see. Central government next chapter we are going to see. And here the functioning at state level is called state government. The government which functions at state level is called the state government. And the powers and functions of state governments are all listed. Those are all enumerated in the constitution. So constitution explains what are the functions, what are the important powers of state government. So where do you find functions and powers of state government? We see all those powers and functions in the constitution. And here you can find legislature at the state level particularly. It is you can find at two levels, that is one is lower and also upper. Lower house, upper house. Lower house is called Vidhana Sabha or Legislative Assembly. Two houses you can find in a state, but you may not find two houses in all states, but certainly you find one house, that is Vidhana Sabha or Legislative Assembly. What is the other name of Vidhana Sabha? Legislative Assembly. And the members of this Legislative Assembly are called MLAs. What is the full form of MLA? Member of Legislative Assembly. What is the full form of MLA? Member of Legislative Assembly. So here Vidhana Sabha, Legislative Assembly, one house, and Vidhana Parishad, Legislative Council, is another house, which is upper house. Understood? So in that way you can find two houses, but in some states you don't find the second house, Vidhana Parishad or Legislative Council. In only some states you find Vidhana Parishad or Legislative Council. In which states we are going to see in the next topic. Understood? So you have to learn more details about present Vidhana Sabha or Legislative Assembly. See, what are the important details given here? That is, Vidhana Sabha or Legislative Assembly is the lower house. That is the first important point what we have to understand. It is the lower house. And what the members of this house are called? MLAs. And how they are elected? They are elected directly from the voters. All the voters in the state, they elect these members. That means the members of Legislative Assembly are called MLAs. These MLAs are directly elected by the voters in the state. And then here, among the members who are elected to the Legislative Assembly, among the members, one is appointed as Chief Minister by Governor. So Governor appoints. For example, in our Andhra Pradesh Assembly, how many members are there? 175 members are there. In that 175 elected MLAs, one is elected, one is selected, and one is appointed as Chief Minister to the Legislative Assembly. By whom? By the concerned state governor. So in order to conduct elections throughout the state, the entire state is divided into so many small parts, territorial units. What those territorial units are called? Constituencies. What they are called? Constituencies. So just one example, Hindupuram constituency, Madaksira constituency, Dharmavaram constituency. Like that, the entire state is how many constituencies we find in Andhra Pradesh? 175. How many? 175. So in Anantapur district also, like Hindupuram, Madaksira, Dharmavaram, Kadiri, okay, Singanamala, Puttaparthi, Raptadu, Gutti constituency. So like that we find in the entire state you find 175 constituencies. So in order to conduct elections, the entire state is divided into so many territorial units. Those territorial units are called constituencies. From each constituency, the voters will send one representative to the Legislative Assembly. He is called MLA, that is Member of Legislative Assembly. And the number of these members actually differ from state to state. For example, take Karnataka Assembly, Legislative Assembly, Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly, Goa Legislative Assembly, Kerala Legislative Assembly. In that way, in every state you don't find the same number 175. That number actually differs. How it differs? It differs based on population. If there is more population, we require more representatives in order to represent the problems of the people. Understand? So in that way, the number of Legislative Assembly members actually depend on the population of that concerned state. So in our state, particularly Andhra Pradesh state, we find 175 members in the Legislative Assembly. And next one, what about their term? That means how many years they are in their position. Their term is 5 years. That means if one is elected as MLA, he remains in his post, he remains in his designation, he remains in his position nearly how many years? 5 years. And even in order to conduct the meetings of the Legislative Assembly, one person is elected. Among the members of Legislative Assembly, he is called Speaker. He only sees the rules are followed during the proceedings of the House. So all the members of the House should follow the rules while discussing the issues of the state. Understood? So in order to understand, in order to explain, in order to address all the issues of the state, the meetings are conducted for every 6 months at least in a year. In such meetings, the rules and proceedings must be followed in a smooth way, that is looked after by a person called Speaker. So one Speaker is elected from among the members of the Legislative Assembly. And in the absence of Speaker, there should be another person in order to preside the meetings of Legislative Assembly, is called Deputy Speaker. So both Speaker and Deputy Speaker actually work together for smooth functioning of the Legislative Assembly or Vidhana Sabha. So once you see About our Andhra Pradesh state, some details are given here. That is, in our legislative assembly, 175 members are there, and governor of our Andhra Pradesh state is Biswa Bhushan Harichandan at present, and chief minister of our state here given, and speaker Tammineni Sitaram, that is also given here. Tammineni Sitaram. And deputy speaker also Kona Raghupati, that is also given here. So in that way, some details are given. Even those questions are also asked in your worksheet, and even some general questions are also asked, and try to find those answers and try to answer those questions also. Okay. Next, what about the next important house? This is lower house in the legislature of the state, and let us see about upper house. Yes, children. So previously have seen what is Vidhan Sabha and how actually the members of Vidhan Sabha are elected directly by the voters in the state, and what is the total strength, that all we have seen. Now the another house, that is Vidhana Parishad or Legislative Council. About this you have to understand. What is the total strength we discussed in the case of Legislative Assembly? That is 175 in Andhra Pradesh state. But that number is not permanent, and that number actually differs from state to state based on the population. That what we learned just now. So in case of Legislative Council, what are the important details means? The first important one, it is upper house, and the existence of Legislative Council actually depends on the will and wish of Legislative Assembly. That means, if Vidhan Sabha wants to set up the Vidhana Parishad, it can set up in the house. If it feels, that means if Vidhan Sabha feels if it feels actually, if there is no legislative council, that means there is no necessity of legislative council, the legislative council will not be formed in that state. So that's why, even though we have got 28 states in our country, you can find Vidhana Parishad only here. That is in Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu Kashmir, Karnataka, and even Maharashtra. In these places only you find legislative council. Even in that way, you don't find Vidhana Parishad or legislative council in all states. And one more important thing, the number of Vidhana Parishad should not exceed, the strength of Vidhana Parishad should not exceed 1/3 of Vidhana Sabha. So in our state, see, the total strength of Vidhana Sabha is 175. 1/3 means 175 into 1/3, that is 58. So the present strength of Andhra Pradesh Legislative Council is only 58. Understood? Then again we get a doubt. How this 1/3 is actually elected? The members of the Vidhan Sabha are actually elected directly by the voters of the concerned state, but the members of Legislative Council are actually elected from different sections of people. Generally, in a state, all the graduates, that means the people who have completed their graduation or degree, in the total strength, they may elect 1/12, 5 to 6 members. And again, teachers in the total state, all teachers will elect 1/12 of the total strength, that is 58. In 58, 1/12, that means approximately 5 or 6. And next, local bodies 1/3, MLAs in the Legislative Assembly 1/3, and governor appoints 1/6 of total strength of, that is what, 58. Understood? So in that way, 1/12 by graduates, 1/12 by teachers, 1/3 by local bodies, 1/3 by MLAs, and 1/6 by governor in the total strength. So in the total strength, that means in 58 1/12, in 58 1/12, in 58 1/3, 1/3, 1/6. So approximately 5, 20, 20, 10, like that. You may get approximate figure, that is about 60, around 60. Understood? So in that way, the members of legislative council are not elected by the voters in the legislative, that is what in the state, but these are actually appointed from different sections, elected from different sections. Okay, so the functions of legislative council are completely different. We will discuss those functions later. And even I told you that who is present legislative assembly, and who is deputy speaker, and who is chief minister, and who is governor, all we have seen. How the meetings of legislative assembly are actually presided by the speaker and deputy speaker. Here the chairman actually presides over the meetings of legislative council. Who presides the meetings of legislative council? The meetings of legislative council are presided by chairman, and in his absence you may find deputy chairman also. The present chairman have here, they are going Sri Sharif Ahmad, the present chairman of legislative council of Andhra Pradesh, and deputy chairman is Sri Reddy Subramaniam, is the deputy chairman. These people actually preside over the meetings of legislative council. So children, I hope you understood the bicameral legislature in Andhra Pradesh, that is lower house is legislative assembly, also called Vidhana Sabha, and upper house is Vidhana Parishad or legislative council. And what is the total strength, and some details are not there in our textbook, and I have given some in the current details also. Based on that also your worksheet is there, and try to answer all those questions. Thank you.